Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Saturday night special 60. Man, we're cranking them right on out, aren't we? I still can't believe that I made it up this high with the amount of episodes we're doing here. But still having a lot of fun, and I know you guys are enjoying it, so we're gonna continue to make them and keep them coming. So, got a few announcements for you this week, and got some interesting stuff to share with you. And first want to start off by saying, yes, I've got my Ox Tool shirt on. I was one of the buyers of the Ox Tool shirt campaign there, and finally got it on. I wanted to put it on for this episode. It was kind of special for me. So, Tom, I dig it, man. And I know that you were a little unhappy with some of the print quality there, but I like it, and plan on getting another one whenever you do your updated art there. So, looking forward to that. That brings me to another topic there. We're still working on the Abom79 t-shirts. Still not ready yet, but I'm expecting probably by this time next week we're going to have an announcement to make for that, and I think they're going to be ready to be sold then. So I will let you know. Just not quite there yet, but we do have another announcement to make. I have a nice Abom79 sticker for sale now. And we're going to get to that. I got it here, and we'll pull it over and share it with you. Got some other announcements to make. We'll talk about the welding table and give you an update on that. We've got some viewer appreciation mail that has come in this week. Really nice stuff, as always. And we got some new tools, some flea market finds, and I do a little bit more of the rust treatment on couple of the flea market tools. I think you guys will enjoy it. So that was last weekend. We're gonna share that with you. Okay. I also want to give you guys give Mark a shout out. I had a few visitors this past week. Mark, George, and Ruth from Connecticut. Mark has a YouTube channel also. It is called PM Products. And funny thing is that he was the one that I bought the bronze bushing for the Kearney and Trekker overarm support housing. I bought a bushing from him thinking that it was the right one for the mill. Ended up not being the right one. And it was funny, whenever he sent it to me, he had left me a message that said, hey, I watch all your videos. And he ended up sending me 2 of them because he had 2 there. But anyway, he and his friend George and his wife Ruth, they were down in Daytona. And they drove up to Pensacola this past week to visit some family, I believe. And he asked if he could stop by and visit. So it was great to meet Mark and his buddy George, and also his wife Ruth. So I have a picture there that Ruth had took of us when we were sitting right here chatting and carrying on and laughing. But we had a good visit. So thanks guys for coming by and seeing me, all right? So. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on. What I want to do is we're going to grab the Abom79 stickers, and I'm going to share those with you. Okay. All right, guys. Well, here they are, and you may have noticed one right there. I've got it next to my Ox Tool sticker, but so here's your Abom79 sticker, and anybody can buy this now. They are for sale immediately over at stickermule.com. If you go to stickermule.com and search in the marketplace for Abom79, you should pull this up and you can buy one. So these are for sale single. You can buy one, it's $5, and I think that includes shipping. And if you buy more quantities of like 5, 10 and up, you pay a lot less per sticker, but that's including the shipping there. So I decided I wanted to go this route with Sticker Mule because it was just a lot more simpler for me. I wouldn't have to worry about stuffing envelopes and getting them out the door all the time. This was just an easy route to go. You can upload your image and preview it. So that's what I wanted to do. I had put this up there, and by the way, Quinn Berry helped me with this also. He did a very fine job at making this. So I went ahead and uploaded it, and I decided to buy some. I bought me a stack of them here, so I'd have some myself. And I wanted to kind of give you know, I want to be able to preview this sticker before I announced it for sale. And it is a very quality product there, and the packaging is nice. Come in a nice package right here from Sticker Mule, and even gives you a card there that says your stickers were printed, cut, and packaged by Andrew. That's who did mine. And I believe they're up in New York. So anyway, if you're interested in an Abom79 sticker, go over there to Sticker Mule and pick you out some. I will say that purchasing these stickers directly helps support me here. It helps to support the video work and everything that goes on around here. So I'd appreciate it if you go get you a sticker. And I did have some of the vinyl cut stickers that I have shown you in the past. I paid for 100 of those to be cut out here locally, and what I've been doing with those is anytime I get a viewer appreciation gift now, I always send that person a sticker or two. So I wanted to also say that if you have sent me a viewer appreciation in the past, you know, and you would like one of those vinyl cut stickers, just drop me an email, you know, let me know who you are and what you'd sent, and I will be glad to get you one of those decals sent out in the mail. All right, that's what I've been doing with those, and I'll pass them out. You know, it's just something that I have here on hand, but this one right here is available to anybody. You can go and get that and put it on your back window of your car, put it on your toolbox, your welding helmet, your whiteboards, or your fridge, wherever you want to. Get you a whole pile of them and hand them out. All right, guys. Again, stickermule.com. Go and get you some stickers, all right? Thanks, guys. All right, so I just wanted to go ahead and give you a quick update on the welding table. We will have another video that's going to follow this S&S, and it's going to be the first episode about the grounding system that we're building on it. There was a lot of work involved, so it's going to end up taking 2 videos to cover that. So I've got the first one made. You guys will see that tonight, and next week we'll put out the other video of the grounding system, and I think you guys will enjoy it. Everything's come out well. I will say that it is complete. I have it over there on the table, and I've been kind of looking at it every day I walk by and admiring my own work over there. It's just looking at that copper, man. I just love the color of that copper. So I think what we'll do this coming up week here, possibly this weekend, what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my floor clean, and we're going to go ahead and start setting it up, and we're going to do a mock-up. I'm going to take some video of it so you guys will see that. One other thing that I'm going to do, and I've had some viewers mention this, is the end of the shaft where the threads are that the faceplate screws on. I'm going to set it back in the lathe, and I want to drill and tap a hole. I'm going to probably put a 5/8 hole in there. And the reason why is, like you guys stated, you can put you an eye bolt there and pick it up, and I'll be able to use my cherry picker to pick that shaft up and you know, lower it down in the tube. I did plan to do that. I forgot to do it when it was in the lathe. That's why it wasn't done. But we're going to go ahead and get that done. I'll show you a little video of that, and we'll get a mock-up video made of the entire welding table. And also, I thought I'd go ahead and mention Brad over at Basement Machine Shop. He contacted me and said that he would like to repolish the oilers for me. He sent me a picture of some that he did just like mine, and they looked beautiful. Fantastic work. So it was kind of a no-brainer. I said, no problem, dude. I'll get them sent out to you. So those are going to go out next week to Brad. And Brad, if you want to take video of that, you're more than welcome to. You know, another YouTuber with you know, some hands on the project here. I think it's pretty cool. All right, so I think that's going to be the updates for the welding table, and I hope you guys enjoy that this week's episode of that. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and get to our viewer appreciation mail, and this box comes from Mark up in New York. He asked not to disclose his full name, so we're not going to do that. But he wrote me a very nice, interesting note right here, and Mark, I really appreciated reading that, man. It's awesome. So what Mark has sent me is, what we've got is a couple taps for 1" 8 helicoil. These are helicoil taps. I believe he had sent 2 of them. This is another one. This is an 1¼ 12 tap for a helicoil. This is the actual tap. So in case you didn't know, the taps for helicoil, these are oversized. And the reason they're oversized is for the inserts. Okay, so you drill your hole. If you got a tapped hole that's 1" 8 and it's stripped out, what you do is you drill it with the appropriate drill, tap it with a tap, and then you screw in the coil, the insert right here. So what's really nice about this is that I don't have a 1" 8 helicoil here. I have many other sizes, and we've never had a need for this, but they are handy whenever you need them. Sometimes a job that's just the perfect fix is a helicoil, or even a key cert, something like that. But anyway, I don't know why he's got so many taps, but he's got several here. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the helicoil taps. And then we've also got the installation tool. It's like a T-handle here, and this is what you use to install the insert here. You just stick it on and it catches the tang on the bottom side, and you screw it in just like that. And I've showed some helicoil work in the past on one of my videos on that intake manifold job. Got another insert right here. Okay, so I believe all of these are exactly the same, 1" 8. As I said, I don't it's kind of funny that he's got 4 of them, but thank you very much, Mark. And these right here, you know, for the 1¼ inch, since you sent me the tap, it'd probably be worth go ahead and at least buying 1 or 2 of these, probably from McMaster Car, for the 1¼ 12. And you know, I'll have those in the toolbox in case that day ever comes that, you know, I have a 1¼ 12 thread that I need to repair. So very cool, Mark. Thank you very much, man. It's very much appreciated. We also got a package in from our friend Donald Cossett up there in Fossil, Oregon. He had sent an email a couple weeks back and said that he had a tap that he would like to send me that he didn't think he would ever need. And what ended up being is an 1½ inch NPT tap, 1½ inch pipe tap. So sucker is brand new. It has never been used. It is a made in USA brand. Very nice. I do not have a brand new 1½ inch pipe tap over there in my bin, so that's going to be nice to have, Don. Thank you very much. So this is our viewer appreciation bill that came today, and it actually came with some other goodies too. Part new tool acquisition, part viewer appreciation mail. This comes to us from Stan over there in California, you know, Shaden HKW on YouTube. He has sent me some official West Coast Custom swag. Comes directly from the source. You know, he's over there working at West Coast Customs, installing some paint booths, I believe, and he wanted to send me a hat. So we got us a nice hat here. I don't want to get it dirty with my fingers yet, but awesome hat, because my favorite type to wear is a fitted hat, and especially these flex fits. So it's a nice quality hat. I like it, Stan. We also got a couple West Coast Custom stickers. And he even gave me a West Coast patch. That's pretty cool. And I believe that's like iron on right there. So what I'd like to do is whenever I get me some more fresh, my pocket tees that I always like to wear, I'd like to, whenever I get some more, I'll put one of these on one of my new t-shirts and we'll wear it around the shop here. So that's pretty cool. I like the fact that it comes directly from West Coast Customs. You know, it wasn't ordered online or anything like that, but you know, a friend of mine picked it up and sent it to me. Got the cool West Coast bag. So nice swag, Stan. Appreciate it, buddy. Let's move this out of the way. So got a cool little story to tell. We got some new tools right here. Some of you guys probably already know about this if you watch Stan's videos. So last week I got an email from Bruce Whittam over there in Australia. You know, he's got a very cool YouTube channel, does lots of great work. Bruce also has been trying to build up a nice collection of tap wrenches. He has a need for some of the larger tap wrenches because of the stuff that he does. It reminds me a lot of the work that I've done and that I still do, you know, using some of the bigger tools. So Bruce had sent me an email with a Craigslist linked in it with some big ass tap wrenches. Sorry about that. And but he sent me this email and said, hey, is there any way you can help me here? You know, this guy's got these tap wrenches for sale. Is there any way that you can contact him and possibly buy them and send them to me? You know, of course, he was going to pay for them. So I said, yeah, let me see what I can do. So I checked out the Craigslist link, and it was over in California. I can't remember the town that it was in now. It was Santa Rosa, maybe. I don't remember. Anyway, it was right down the road from Stan. So I called Stan and said, hey, man, are you close to this location? And he said, yeah, it's 30 minutes away. So I said, look, he's got these tap wrenches I'd like to have. I'd like to buy, you know, because I didn't think the guy was going to be willing to box them up and ship them out and all that kind of stuff. So I asked Stan, he's like, yeah, I'll go down there and check them out. So I finally got in touch with the man, and he had them all. He had 4 of them. 2 of the Greenfield number 22s, and then he also had a Greenfield number 8, and then a Morse number 16, I think it is. So I talked to the man, I think his name is Mike, and he still had them for sale. And I struck a deal. He was asking $150 a piece for the number 22s. And he didn't have a price set for the smaller ones. So he said to make him an offer, and I offered him $300 for all of them. And he says, yeah, I'll do that. So we struck a deal. I paid him PayPal. Stan, within an hour, was down there and picking them up. And he showed some of that footage on his YouTube channel. So if you're curious about that, go check that out over at Shaden HKW. So I got mine today, okay? And I was really excited about these. So this is the first one here. This is it's a Morse number 16. And I don't think this thing has ever been used. If it has been used, it doesn't show signs of it. But I think this was some surplus that they had in their tool room and just never got used. I think they had multiples of them. And here is the really, really nice prized possession right here. These are a little hard to find. And this is the Greenfield number 22 tap wrench. And if you look behind me, up there on my pegboard, I've got the big brother to this one. This is the 22, that's the number 24. And I'm pretty sure the 24 is the biggest that they ever made. So now I've got 2 of the biggest they've ever made. So by the way, I do have the handles for this one right here, but he had to ship those UPS, I believe, and those haven't been delivered yet. These just showed up today via US Postal Service, but there was not any handles to fit this one, but that's okay. I still love this, and we may one day make us some shorties, some short handles for this, because it is nice having the nice large square capacity like that whenever you're doing some bench work or something like that. You know, you don't want those big long handles out here in the way. So I was going to mention too that so Stan is sending the other 2, the Greenfield tap and die number 8, which is about like this, a little bit bigger than that, and then the other one to this. He's sending those over there to Bruce in Australia. So me and Bruce split up the lot there, and we just shared it, cut it down the middle. So I've got another nice couple tap wrenches here to add to my collection, and hopefully I'll make me a spot over my pegboard and put these up there. but I'm really excited about this. And whenever I get the handles in, probably next week, I'll show you another clip of this with the handles. I think it's pretty long, like 50 inches or something with them both in there. But I'm excited about adding this to my collection. So I gotta thank Stan, one, for you know, driving 30 minutes out of his way and picking this stuff up. But I think he had fun. It was a water treatment plant that was closing down, and everything was for sale, you know, so he was looking around and checking it out, and he picked these up for me. And thanks to Bruce for you know, giving us the tip there. These were for sale, and I hope that you enjoy yours when you get them. Let us see them on the video there on the channel. So, all right, guys, that's it. Thank you again, Stan and Bruce. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we had another flea market day. Got a few things here to show you, so let's just jump right into it. It was pretty decent day. We had a few goodies. So all this stuff right here I got from one guy, and I've got one more thing right here. And this was all just like a package deal. And I found this file, and it had this file handle on it, and I've never seen one like this before. So I thought it was real interesting. Now the file fits in there really tight. I had to go over to the vise to be able to pull that out of there. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but this says it's a Marco for 1/4 to 3/8 flat steel tape. Manufactured by Marco Products Company, Los Angeles, California. So maybe you can tell me if I'm wrong on that, if it's not a file handle, but that's what it looked like to me. So that was pretty cool. All right, so the treasured items that was in this little goodie box here were these 3 calipers. Okay, we got some right here, and I believe I looked at these, and they are a union. Very hard to read, but I believe that's a union, and the points are still super sharp on them. So those are in good shape. They just need to be rusting. Got another set of dividers here, and these are sterrets. You can see sterret right there. These are also very sharp. I mean, they are pointy sharp. Okay. And then we got some of these slip joint type calipers here, and I have not even looked to see what brand this one is right here. I'm gonna guess it. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, it's a sterret. Yep. And they work. Just got a lot of surface rust on them. Okay. And then the other stuff here, nothing big deal, but I wanted to get it all. This is just an old Craftsman drill gauge right here, metal drill gauge. And there was a whole box of these strikers. Remember that story I told you about the strikers a couple weeks ago? So look at there, there's a whole handful of them. There's even one of these guys, but this one, that one's not working. But anyway, they were all together. All right, so I got all those. Little wire brush with the handle on it. Let's see. This must be kind of old, man. It says clean. I can't read it, but it says clean something. It's actually like a part number on there. So this little wire brush screws into that. Okay, so I've never seen them like this. Need to do a little research, see if we can find some of these like that. If you guys know, let me know. That'd be pretty neat to get some more of these little wire brushes to go with the handle right there. All right, a couple chisels were in the box too. Dasco and Standard Vermont. All right, that was it. That was it for this lot right here, and I give them $15 for all of this. So I thought that was a pretty good little score. And what I want to do with the calipers here, I want to do another a rust treatment with the evapor rust. So we're going to put all these in some evapor rust. We will put the drill gauge in the evapor rust, and probably them chisels too, just for fun. So we're gonna do another one of those rust treatments. All right, got one more thing right here. This is kind of more of a, I don't know what this is, just a another score, I guess. So I got me one of these rigid bench chain vices right here, and I paid 30 bucks for it. That's what it was. I offered him 20. Or he said make an offer. I said okay, I'll give you 20 bucks for it, and he says that he would sell it for 30 because I guess he was asking 50 or something like that. But these are they're kind of expensive if you buy them new, and you still can buy these if you look up rigid chain pipe vise. This one is for 1/8 to 4-inch pipe, and this one here cost about 200 bucks new. And I suspect this one, it looks like it was mounted on the back of somebody's work truck because it is kind of rusty, but it's still in good shape. And these are very handy. You know, we use these at work for our cylinder work. We have them mounted in line with each other, so you can use it for one cylinder, you know, short cylinder, or if you've got a big long cylinder, you've got two chain vices in line there that you can hold a big cylinder with. But I've always wanted one this size to be able to mount on my table in case I ever need it. So what I'd like to do is eventually pick me a spot over there, and we'll drill us 2 holes to where I can mount this up there real quick if I ever need to use it. And another thing I'm thinking about possibly is maybe doing a little bit of a resto work on it, you know, like clean it up and repaint it or something. So we'll see about that. I don't know if I'm going to get into that right now. And one other thing, there was somebody on the channel had posted a question in the past about what are these for? Why are these radiused like that? Okay, these little mounts. Those are I think pressed in there, and I believe that is just a bender, just for just manually bending. I think the idea behind that, I've never used it for this, but I think the idea behind these is that you can stick a piece of pipe in here like this, you know, or like this, and manually put some bends in a piece of pipe. Now, I'm not sure if that's how it works. Maybe there's somebody that uses these for, you know, maybe somebody has a better answer, but I think that's what these are for, because even on the website it says a bender provided on it also. I don't know if there's any other attachments or something that goes with it. I can't ever find anything on these. Never says anything about it. So anyway, so that's our flea market scores for today. And I'm going to go ahead and get my evaporust out, and we're going to drop these calipers down in there and do some cleaning. And then I got an idea, maybe later on or next week, I'm going to show you what I'm doing with all of these flea market tools. Okay, they're not just getting absorbed into the shop everywhere. I'm actually got an idea for all this stuff. Okay, so we'll get to that another time. All right, guys, it's the following day, and I'm giving you a recap on the rust treatment that we've done on these flea market tools using the evaporust down there. So these are the tools that I got at the flea market yesterday, and I wanted to show you how they turn out. I use my Sterid M1 oil for certain things like this. I like it because you spray it on there and it kind of dries, but it leaves an oily residue on it, a very light oily residue, and it helps protect them from rusting. So, but what I wanted to show you was how they turn out in the evaporust. Hopefully you remember what that looked like. I don't think I took any pictures. Maybe I did. If I did, I'll show it to you. But oh, so this is the Union, okay? Union tool. And I'm telling you, those points are, I mean, they are needle sharp. And same with these. These are the Sterrits, needle sharp. So what I did was, after I soaked them, I soaked them for a day, and after I soak them, what I've been doing is I take some Scotch-Brite, and I just been using this gray Scotch-Brite right here, and I just sit right here and I just give them a little rub down. You know, I'm not trying to restore them. I'm just cleaning them up and making them look good and be nice to use if somebody wanted to use that, okay? And these are the slip joint calipers. Like I said, I just sprayed them down. These are the slip joint calipers, and these are sterets also. Their hallmark is right there. And this is one thing I noticed with these slip joints. Apparently they put some kind of material in the slip joint here, almost like a gasket type material, and some of that has come out whenever I started moving it. Some of it's worked its way out, but they still work. They still have firmness right there to them. But I just polished them. I just rubbed them with the gray Scotch-Brite. And if you wanted tools to have a higher luster than this, there's other ways to go about doing that. I don't really have any other way here, just hand rubbing. All right, last thing, this is that Craftsman drill gauge. And this is a number size drill gauge. It gives you your screw size tap chart there, and then the holes. It's not really, I think I've got a couple of these around here somewhere. I don't really ever use it, but that's a nice classic tool right there. Made by Craftsman, or Craftsman name on it anyway. It's the number 4047. So that's the Flea Market finds. Another evaporose treatment there. There's a couple other things that I have realized I was going to point out real quick. It does work good. I like it. It's easy to remove rust. You can take some tools, such as this parallel clamp of mine right here. This is one that was in one of my toolboxes. You see, it's got a little bit on it, not a lot. It's not heavy. A little bit of surface rust on it. You can drop things like this down in there for maybe like, say, 1 hour, 2 hours, and just pull it out, and it'll dissolve that little bit of rust right there in no time. You can just kind of rub it off, put some fresh oil on it, and it looks pretty good. It won't start turning it that grayish black color. So it works good for stuff like that. Now, another thing I noticed, now this was from a couple weeks back. I think I showed you, this was one of the tap wrenches that I found at the flea market. It's a Greenfield tap and die, number 332. I put this in there because it had a little bit of rust along the knurling there, and I can still see a little bit actually. But I pulled it out after like an hour because I noticed that this area here was a lot darker than that. It started taking the black off of it. It was actually the color of this body right here, the nut. And when I push that over, you can see what I'm talking about there. See how black it is here? So it was taking some of the black off of it, and I liked it. That's because that's the factory look. So I went ahead and pulled it out and just cleaned it off, and I left it just like that. So that's something to take in consideration right there. It for whatever reason, it removed the black off this side, but not this side here. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and cut it there, and I might show you another peek at what I'm doing with these tools here in just a little while. Okay. So we're over here at the Gerstner toolbox that Gil and I had picked up from a Craigslist ad, and you guys watched that video. You remember he took all the tools out of it, and I kept the box. So what I have been doing here for a little while now is some of the tools that I've been finding at the flea market and cleaning up, I've been putting in here. I just thought it was something fun to do, to start building a toolbox from tools that I'm buying, not only flea market find tools, but some tools that I've been getting as a viewer appreciation mail and things like that, stuff that I don't necessarily use all the time, or I really don't have another good spot for it. So I've been putting a few of those in here, and my plan is just to continue to build onto this toolbox as time goes on and I find other tools. So I just thought I would show you. You know, there's not a whole lot in here. There's a few things, so we'll go ahead and I'll start at the bottom because most of it's down here, I think. So those were the Mitutoyo mics that I got at the pawn shop a couple months ago. Really didn't have any other spot for them, so I put them in here. And then these are some of the tools that I got from the company that was closing down. A small hole gauge set. This is a small sine bar. So I'll put all that in here. Okay, we'll go up to the next drawer. There's some of our flea market stuff. That's every bit of that. Well, I'm sorry. This was given to me by a viewer. This little tap wrench right here. This is one that I had forgot to show you guys, I believe. But I found it at the flea market, and it says Eclipse on it, and I believe you guys said that that was made by Moore and Wright, and it is a very nice tap wrench. I found this in the pile of all the little drill bits that I had sent Tom Lipton. This was in that same pile of drills, and that thing will go down to a very, very small tap. So that's an Eclipse 141, and it was in good shape. All right, another tap wrench here, tap wrenches, needle files, a little drill index, and that's that little drill gauge that I just recently got, that Craftsman. So, you know, just been putting them in the drawers. All right, we go up to the next one. There's our dividers that we just cleaned up, our calipers, and then there's the little tack, Craftsman tack. Let's see, not much going on over here. There's just some carbide. There's those little tiny drill bits, those 10,000ths drill bits there. But these are all carbide here. Okay, empty. All right, now here's some of the carbide tools that was given to me as viewer mail, and this tool is the one that I used to machine the face groove on the shaft for the welding table. All right, and it went with all these others here. All right, so I stuck them there. No real reason. I just put them there. There's some of the more of the viewer appreciation mail. The little tool maker's clamp, and then these is it Heinemann? Yeah, Heinemann transfer screws. Got those there. Okay, and I think that's it. Yep, there's nothing there. You know, that's for your machinist handbook right there. All right, and then the top, the only thing in the top is that Stanley level that I showed you. That's that recent find there at the flea market, that cast iron level. And you know, I could also put like that standard, the standard drill chuck I could put up here, you know, what have you. So anyway, that's just an idea that I've had for going for a while. And I brought this up because I had a bunch of guys make comments in the videos where they seen this, and they say, hey, when are you going to show us what you put in the Gerstner? So that's what I'm doing, is mainly flea market find tools, and then sometimes we might put a viewer appreciation tool in there if I get something. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe one of these days we'll have us a toolbox that's you know, built from those sources there: Craigslist, flea market, and viewer mail. All right.